8 a.m. I couldn't fall asleep again. Been overthinking all the little things I've said. I'm sleep deprived almost every night, and I wish that I wouldn't think instead. I know the sun is up and I got things to do, but I don't think I've got the energy to move, and I go back to the dreams again.
Hey Riley besties, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hi, my name's Anna and I like to make writing content and write my own books. However, today I'm going to be teaching you guys my process and how to really effectively plan and brainstorm a new book idea for your book this year. Before we get onto the video, I really hope you guys subscribe to my channel because it does help so much. And let's go ahead and get on to the video. The first thing you need to do to come up with a book idea is to actually think about it. Think about what you want to actually write. A lot of people might say like, oh, just gain inspiration, or just like, you know, look at a photo, and like usually that works. I mean, it works for me, but for some people it is difficult to come up with book ideas and a good book idea that they know that they'll stick to and they know that it's unique and something that they want to write. So think about, what story do you want to tell? What story do you want to tell? Is it going to be a sad story? Do you want to tell a happy story, a hopeful story? Maybe a story about feminism, maybe a story about revolution? You know, just like give yourself little themes and kind of brainstorm and think about what sort of book you want to write, because at the end of the day, you have to be proud of that book and the message and like be like, you know what, I wrote that book for a reason. Does that make sense? And this will help you, of course, brainstorm ideas and hopefully kind of guide you into the sort of direction that you want to take your book. If this is too hard and you're kind of like, I just want to write a book that's cool and fun, just think about the genre. What genre do you want to write? Do you want to write romance, fantasy, thriller? What are you interested in? What do you like to read? That usually helps a lot. So now that you have like a little direction of like what sort of book you want to write, what genre, what sort of vibe you want to go for, start by inspiration and gaining a lot of it. I have a whole list of all the things that I get inspired by and that you can get inspired by. These like by themselves have literally inspired so many of my books, but you can be inspired by Pinterest, songs, people you see on the street, or like people you know, photos, movies, media, nature, books, dreams, the news, historical figures, paintings, retellings, plays, authors, but literally there's so many things to be inspired by. I honestly don't have a shortage of book ideas. I have so many book ideas, I could drown myself in them. So what I like to do is go over to Pinterest and just kind of browse random things, and usually that when I am kind of like getting a mood board together for one of my novels, I kind of come across a photo that's like really cool, really fun. And sometimes it's like by an artist, so it's kind of like a cartoony sort of anime vibe, or maybe it's like a real photo and a photograph, and that inspires it. And then I use those photos and put them into a board that's just called new book ideas. And as soon as I see a photo from there, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that book idea. So just, yeah, use that method. It works for me. The third thing you need to do once you have this sort of general book idea, and hopefully it's unique, hopefully it's cool, hopefully it's something that you really are excited about, but you're gonna brainstorm. So the third step is brainstorming, and here you're gonna be creating my favorite vomit document. You can call it a brainstorm document, but I call it brain vomit because it literally is. It's your brain vomiting onto a page. Here I just open a blank document, title it Word Vomit, and just start vomiting out all my ideas. It doesn't have to be linear. Imagination and creativity is not linear. I've said that a lot. Yeah, just write what you kind of think about, what inspires you, what did inspire you. So if it was a photograph, you would actually paste that into your document, or if it was maybe like a song, you would have that song link there so you can access it. So yeah, just brainstorm what your book is about and stuff like that. Here on the screen I have some prompts if you kind of are like, I wanna, you know, actually have some direction in this brain vomit document. I have some prompts up on the screen so you guys can actually have a look and maybe just like be like, oh, okay, I have that prompt, that question, I want to see if I can answer it. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect. There could be dot points, it can be paragraphing, it can be like a word, it could be like literally anything, like maps, it can be random photos you got. it's a brainstorm document and it's meant to be messy. And of course here you're kind of talking about, you know, what's the setting like, what sort of themes you're looking for, what are the motifs, what are the lessons maybe you were thinking about, what are the vibes, literally what are the vibes. The vibes are important in any book. Literally I just like write when I'm making my document like dark academia vibes, library vibes, murder vibes, like that sort of brainstorm. It's helpful because it gets the ideas on the page, and really just like every time you write something it leads to something. So as you're brainstorming you'll understand what I mean, that once you start writing you'll get ideas from your ideas, and it's really, really great. Okay, number 4, the last step is planning. So you're actually planning, solidifying, sort of shaping your idea into a actual book idea. And what you're going to be doing is opening a document. I like to make my own sort of planning document. It does include my chapter plan and everything like that, but of course we're not going to get into that in this video. We're going to just be getting into, you know, planning and solidifying your book idea. So in this planning document you're going to be typing down a few different headers for you to fill in. So the first one is the name of your project. Again, it's so fun at creating amazing fun project names for your different books. I love to, and it just feels so professional when you're talking to your friend. You're like, oh, I'm working on Project Graveyard, and you're like, you feel cool. So just come up with a cute name for your project and type it in there. The second header you're going to be typing is genre. So what sort of genre you're looking for, what sort of, sometimes your book maybe doesn't really feel like it fits into a genre. It could be like romance but with murder, I don't know, like that sort of stuff. Like just type in, it doesn't have to be a genre, it can be murder as a vibe, I guess. The next header is themes, so what you're kind of going for. You're going for like dark or like mystery sort of vibes, or like sense from reality, or like revolutionary, or like feminism, like different themes in your book, maybe family tropes, those sorts of things. Just list it there. It will help you so much, and just kind of solidifying your book idea and kind of putting just like these perimeters in place to help you kind of have a skeleton structure of like what your book might look like. Again, you can edit this, scrap it. It's just something that can launch your book idea, you know what I mean? Okay, so in this document, the next sort of header is a 1-sentence summary. This is very good. It's very good to have, but it is definitely very hard to fill in. One sentence is basically the one sentence of your book in general. Basically what happens, what the book is about. It can either be like a sort of blurb sort of thing, or you can go to like the plotting side and you'd be like, this is what happens in the book. She meets him, he dies, she kills who killed him. I don't know, like something like that. Really simple. Again, we're using short sentences. This is planning. This is your idea, so don't stress too much about anything. And then if you're feeling up to it, you can go on to the synopsis, where you can kind of brainstorm, you know, the sorts of things that happen in your book. And these are usually in like the 3-act structures, like the beginning, this happens, middle, this. Usually have 3 paragraphs in this section. At least that's what I do for my planning document, and this is basically what it looks like. So you're planning exactly like me. But yeah, I hope that kind of helped. And yeah, progressing through having no idea at all, understanding what you want to write, actually having an idea, finding inspiration and actually planning it, solidifying the idea. It's a whole process, but it's so fun. It's one of my favorite things because it's so exciting. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching. I am so beyond excited for your book ideas. Definitely comment down below, maybe if you have a book idea, maybe if this video helped you, because it'll mean the world. But yeah, I want to thank you so much for watching. Definitely subscribe to my channel and check out my Instagram and podcast, because I post like every week and like every day on there, so definitely check those other things out. However, I hope to see you in my next video, and I wish you luck with your book idea. Bye!